I owe... I owe... I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the Ufe. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai se fuder, ó. Meu conta eu tenho que tomar no cu, pô.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda.
Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocentes! Vai ver vai acontecer contigo mesmo aqui! É aqui que você vai se acontecer, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! Eu? Se fodeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai morrer aí, otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, velho!
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Rapaz, eu vi uma outra versão.
Valeu, resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou.
Chega aí.
Valeu, amigo.
Hey, what are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question.
Answer him! Answer him!
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you doing here?
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you
What are
doing
you
here?
doing
Hit
here?
me in the ear.
Hey, answer me! What are you doing here?
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on. I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later. Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own. I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all.
Olha pra aqui. Vamos, vambora, vambora.
Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Está me achando com cara de culpado? Por favor, por favor. Eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô. A gente já anda tranquilo. Eu prometo, cara.
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too. That kid had had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision. Seemed a crying shame to let that RPG go to waste. Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking. Drunk it, then blown my head off.
Que porra você tá tentando fazer? Quebra esse... Agora tira, porra!
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
Não vejo a hora de matar esse cuzão.
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
Agora é sua vez!
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with.
Fogo!
Foda-se!
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running. It looked like the prison, of course. They were headed my way.
Forte, gringo!
Vamos, vamos! Pode pegar ele! Dedo, porra, não para!
Vai agora, você que é filha da puta! Te vejo!
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own. If there was one thing I learned,
Atenção, todas as unidades! Vítimas do batalhão 55!
whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Vai, vai, vai que eu atiro! Vai que eu atiro!
Sangue junto ao alto!
Droga! Não! Caraca, cuzão! Ele me pegou! Ele me pegou! Não! Caralho!
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now. Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem. I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine. I'd spent my career dozing off in the briefing room. Now wasn't the time.
Tente outra vez, cuzão!
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. This was a waste of time. The doors were all locked. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique. There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker. I'd seen enough. It was time to bring this nightmare to an end.
Não tem como lutar contra um exército!
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda!
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
Then you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada!
another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past. Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone. It was a little late to be thinking about precautions, but something told me this shit show was barely through the warm-up act. It was time to get out of that circus before any more clowns showed up.
Vai! Sou melhor que você, cuzão! Fogo! Você não passa de...
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
Puta que pariu! Você tá vivo, velho! Pega ele! Vai, avança! Vamos! Pode pegar ele, porra! Segura! Vamos acabar com essa merda agora! Vamos indo!
Se estiver na
Beleza,
minha...
rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor! Ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
Caralho! Continue atirando! Continue atirando!
Só tem uma lei nessa porra dessa cidade!
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be?
Me dê cobertura!
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
I hope it was all worth it! I'll think of you when I get my promotion!
Those ceiling tiles looked kinda loose. It was worth a shot.
You were doing so well! You had to go and spoil it! Why do you think you're not dead already? You have served your purpose! This is where it ends! Thank you for all the fine work! You're even crazier than I thought! Give Rodrigo my regards! What are you hoping to achieve here?
O que deu errado?
You even see what a joke you are? You don't know when you lost, do you? You should know when to walk away! Do you even know what you're getting for? You shouldn't have listened to that idiot! I hoped I'd be the one to kill you!
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker! Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? Hmm? There's a good fellow.
Well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachá Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!